These are the best highlights from the matchup between Gen.G and DK during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
The grubs will be started by Canyon in return, and the end result of this is that, especially now Canyon has faded Ashes, this was already going to be the case, but it'll be a bit of an advantage for Canyon in terms of like momentum in the jungle, getting a good amount of XP from these. Dragon takes a long time to do, especially when you're doing it solo. And you can see there's not much of a difference in terms of farm right now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see Rod of Ages. Nobody builds that item anymore. Except TF, Kassadin. There's not a lot of meta champs in Pro that use it. So, yeah, not a lot of action, but now we're going to get some. The level 6 ult comes out, immediate cleanse from Paze, and the stun into Kellen, but that does leave Lahens all on his lonesome under a turret against 4 people. They just wait until he uses everything, and then he dies. First blood given over as well to aiming. Spawning after they take this dragon, so I want you to make sure that it is not a Chemtech Soul, so we don't consider, rather continue on this 1 kill per 10-minute pace.
Oh, this would be the worst game to have Chemtech Soul. The absolute worst.
Yeah. Oh, the turret, the cannon.
Yeah, Mr.
He got all those free mini Krugs, though, earlier on. TP's coming in here, as now a bit of damage coming in onto Toby, but actually it's Kellen who takes the brunt of that. With the TP, it doesn't really look like Gen.G are ready to focus, but now we have Paze moving over, and potential for a TP, but nope. Actually, Keen doesn't have his, but here's the arrow, is going to hit the Lee Sin, and it's Chemtech Soul. Ox, what is going on? Paze, oh no, Paze, he's going down, as he has no flash, and he will be taken out. And I don't care about the Chemtech Soul anymore, as Toby is going to be taken down as well. Dplus KIA, they turn that fight around.
Yeah, huge team fight win. Gen.G just not ready for it. Both their carries picked. Sort of when we have the Rod of Ages stacked and we have the Manamune for maiming, it's going to be a pretty nice spot. But also, Showmaker picked up a kill there, going to be having the extra gold for First Strike and his passive. He's going to be a very wealthy man.
Lahens kind of caught out here. Now he's going to be kicked over, and it's aiming right here. They're just going to gift him another kill. Lahens just in the middle of nowhere. And he gets punished once again.
Yeah, and Herald will get thrown down mid, but the wave's being cleared out. I don't think they'll be able to get the full tower here. It just feels like Dplus playing with confidence, finding the angles. This Lee Sin's working.
That's a stun, and the Rift Herald is not going to charge. Dplus KIA just ahead of every single play.
They're honestly playing so well this game. I mean, they're just answering Gen.G in every scenario.
Oh, Hingen reading the situation, but we've got an Italy on the top side. Here comes TF, and the damage into Keen, DK, they turn it around. They pick up 2 more kills.
He tries to dive without the wave. He thinks, I'm tanky, I'm Cassante, I have the Nidalee coming, but they forget about the TF. That feels so bad when Showmaker's been printing money, and he's ahead, and he's forced you to buy a QSS 1300 that's just not providing anything except a defensive CC cancel. Gen.G have moved in quickly to get this dragon, but the TP's coming through. They will be contested. Can they get out in time?
Yeah, that's the real question. It feels like Dplus are the ones that don't care about the dragon. The engage a little bit lackluster here from DK, as Lucio wasn't able to find that kicking out. Keen, there's the Keen, he knocks up 3, and that's the end of Braum. Should be the end of Cassante, but who am I kidding? East Cassante. They're just going to go over the wall here and kill Canyon instead. They say, well, the Nidalee's a much easier target, as now Keen, he is isolated, and maybe even Cassante memes can't save him here. As no knockup, and now a double knockup from him, and Toby just trying to desperately help, but he gets roped into the fight. And now that maybe even he goes down, as everything is going to miss.
Hubris, you know, they get the dragon, but they stay. They're like, hey, maybe we can find a fight. They're trapped in the pit. They don't leave immediately. And it just gets worse and worse as the play goes on for them. But Dplus, zero hesitation.
Uh-oh. What's this? Lahens caught again. He does have the Braum ult in the choke, but it just doesn't matter. The wallets are so heavy here for DK. It's 7,000 gold almost, and 19 minutes into the game.
I mean, look where the gold is, right? You have aiming on this fantastic 2-item spike for Ezreal. Showmaker, he won't be far away from rapid fire. 3-item TF. with Lich Bane, Roa, Rapid Fire is so strong. Chovy has a QSS and a Blade Room King, and that's pretty much it.
And guess what? They're not done yet. They're looking for more. As Keen gonna hold on to his unstoppable. Meanwhile, Peace not allowed to back. Saving just gonna throw an ult into him. Meanwhile, and Keen, he can't get away. There's nothing he can do. The two range champions just hold him down. And now it's Canyon going down here as well. As, I mean, there's one Drake and 6 scrubs that went to Gen.G. One turret. That's it. Dplus KIA got everything else. Just the hubris of Gen.G. We're the team that's undefeated. We can't lose. They took so many fights that just looked very rough. That maybe they could have outplayed by some miraculous angle, but we have not seen that at all. And Lens, he's dead again. He's just dead again.
Yeah, I think this is like the 3rd time in a row he's died without flashing.
Well, at least the Baron's up.
He's just been focused, and he's like, I'm the Braum, I'm tanky, I can try and get some vision down, and they just kill him again and again and again.
Yeah, 0-5-0. 0-3-0 for 2 of the members on the top side. And Chovy and Pays only a death apiece, but it's still 0 kills for Gen.G. And this is what happens, especially when you get behind TF, Lee Sin, and Ezreal. They have so much mobility, so much map pressure, and Gen.G were like, we're just gonna let it happen. And
we know it was definitely Dplus.
Yeah.
And yeah, 3rd dragon will be secured. Again, it's Chemtech's not a huge impact dragon or soul, but they'll just keep stacking them up. And at this point, I think the only way Gen.G get back in the game is a massive overextension from Dplus and a big ult from Chovy. You know, a 0-3-0 Nidalee. There was a spear that hit aiming earlier, and...
Oh, really? Well, yeah, that's Lee Sin. He doesn't care. Gold card is going to come out here. They're actually trying to get this play going. Lucid is going to get engaged on. There's that ult, but the kick immediately comes out, and Chovy, oh, he gets followed over the wall. Lucid trying to break his ankles again. It's now Chovy up against the wall is going to go down, and Dplus KIA, they bring their giant safe of cash, and they drop it on Gen.G. They've only got 1 kill so far, but they're looking for more, and there it is. Kingen picks up 2, and nearly a kill on Akeen as well. Aiming is not missing tonight.
They just don't have the damage. You know, a spear hits Kelling on the back end. It does basically nothing. Inhibitor tower is going to go down. Dplus continuing to push. We'll see if they try and end here.
I think they should, even just for the mental impact. Hey, it's your first loss, Gen.G, and we crushed you. That's what they want to say. 15 kills to 0. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to end here. We got some really slow health, rather low death timers. And we do see Chovy has respawned. So DK, not going to end it just yet, but don't be fooled, guys. This game is pretty much over.
Yeah, Gen.G trying to fish for something. They know that if Dplus back off and spend, it only gets worse. At that point, they are continuing to take these structures. Tier 2 top will just go down. Showmaker will just look at it, and it is gone.
Yeah. You know what's really cool, too, is I mentioned before that they gave a lot of comfort over to the side of Gen.G, and I was a bit worried about that, honestly. But a lot of pushing lanes here in favor of DK, and they still have total control over this river, trying to get this dragon down as fast as they possibly can. That's the Chemtech soul. And now, again, the giant save for cash, the flash away, and the kick comes in on the Chovy. Lucid once again breaking their ankles, and there it is. The front line disappears, and the wallets are so heavy for DK. Kingen, it's like the Cassandre doesn't do any damage. Canyon's still on the run, and still 0 kills for Gen.G.
See Canyon trying to avoid aiming, but he's going to go down.
The plants
won't let him survive. And this, I think, may just be the most one-sided game we have seen this summer to end Gen.G's undefeated game streak. Dplus managed to do it. I feel like my main concern for Gen.G is the bot lane, how that's going to go. I think that top-side matchups are pretty fine. Or does he?
He decides it is a good idea. And okay. You know what? Lucid and Showmaker just let it happen.
They're like, you know what? You can have one. There's a freebie. You had a rough game 1. Yeah, I think Jack's coming back with TP and Kingen being half HP in a tower. kind of a little bit of a concern. So they don't overstay, they don't overcommit. Dplus still respecting their opponents, as you said, got some alone time mid where Showmaker like pathed out towards the blue side jungle, and now...
Oh, nice flash from Lehens here, and pays. He just knew that if he gets slow, there's a chance, and now Lucid getting in there. The smite does go the way of Canyon, but now he's being bullied in the river. It's first blood, a big divide comes through, but flashes are down, and the chase potential of DK, they're not going to follow up on it.
It's very, very quick. Mess around and find out.
Are Gen.G going to get 4 grubs? I mean, they had 5 in the first game. Didn't really matter.
Yeah. You know, I think grubs are only useful if you get to hit towers.
I'd say that's accurate analysis, yeah. Atlas grilling you right now.
Oh god, he'd be so upset.
First turret blood goes over to Dplus KIA. It goes over to aiming alone in the bottom lane. They are really just dumping every little doubloon of every coin they can find. It's going into aiming's pocket.
And it's an Infernal Soul. High value for both teams, honestly. A lot of poke, long-range abilities that can benefit from it. And also, my favorite minigame in League of Legends, the Cinders. A lot of fun stacking them up. And honestly, if you get enough of them and you don't die, so much ability haste.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. You get to the point where Ezreal doesn't need to auto-attack anymore.
You got Shiv? And Aim was like, oh, you got Shiv?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Lehens. He's going to have to ult here, and that he does. He's still being slowed up, and Ezreal still exists as, yeah, he's just trying to walk it off desperately. One more Q would do it, but Canyon is going to take the hit. But now you lost your Alistar in mid.
Yeah, this is what you get for trying to exist. They're going to have to TP Chovy to try and defend this. Down, so...
Okay, Arrow is good aiming. He's going to be hit by it, but he does get out. Lucid is going to have to pay the price, but here's Showmaker. They trade the kill back. Kingen trying to hop away. Spear will miss, and now the kiting is coming back. The kite ability of this DK comp, you can really feel it, but they certainly got caught out a bit there in mid.
Yeah. Nothing new here.
They've experienced both sides of that. Here is aiming in mid. He takes out the mid turret as well. And this is right before the first Infernal Drake is about to spawn. Did he just steal that too?
Oh my god.
And look at this, the range. It's just incredible. If they get ahead, LeBlanc is just so oppressive.
Just wasted Herald.
Yeah. I mean, it was about to time out, I think, and now they're looking to take the fight here, but that's an engage on a Meganar from Lehens. He does have flash, but maybe just trying to peel for the team, make sure he doesn't get in, but now Keen is being walked down the lane. And, I mean, you can just play with the Zax. This is what the LeBlanc does to him, and thankfully he gets a disengage cone to survive, otherwise he wouldn't have. Here's Kingen over the wall, looking to pressure in on this one, just a straight up 4v4. Showmaker does not have teleport, but is trying to come back in this one as...
Wait, Showmaker's still chasing.
Yeah, he's still chasing him, actually. Look at the damage, but somehow Gen.G's still able to get it, and now Lucid has to flash away. Lehens is going to flash himself to get over the wall. As Gen.G, they sneak away the Infernal Drake.
Oh, that spear did some damage. For now, you know, and then he'll heal it up with Vamp Scepter. No, he's actually recalling, so wouldn't even need to.
Another turret to fall. That's the third tier 1 turret taken down. It's hitting aiming.
Yeah, aiming standing next to terrain, so he can't actually see the spear coming. Worked against him, bit of poke there from Chovy. Aiming is going to heal up a fair amount.
Oh, now they engage onto the Mini-Nar. Kingen in a lot of trouble, but so is the Lehens! Lehens goes down! Just like that, Showmaker sees the angle, and Lehens didn't have ult, and they knew it. As now trying to pressure on a Chovy, eating into Chovy, aiming gets McHale's though, and now they're being walked by both Karma and LeBlanc. The issue though is that's only damage into Keen, and they have heals from this Nidalee.
Yeah, Chovy's tankiness paying a lot of dividends there, but the TP flank coming in.
Yeah, they wanted this move up, but I don't think they're gonna get it, and they might just die as well. Chovy by himself, he's very tanky, but it's not gonna matter all too much. Taken down, Keen is in the back line here trying to do something, but he's tethered up by both Karma and LeBlanc again. Another one-team fight for Dplus KIA, and they will get this Infernal Drake.
Dplus managing to navigate it. A great TP from Kingen in the extended trade. Gen.G probably thinking they've won it out. They have in Italy, they have the sustain, but now health bars are low, and they hit a contest.
See if they can. They land that spear on a Lucid. And that might be the angle. The true shot for us goes wide. That one hits Canyon, but now the engage on the Lucid. He's in a rough spot. Showmaker goes down, aiming. Has to try to 1v3. He's got a situation, but that's not going to work. Aiming goes down. And Gen.G win the fight and the drink.
A series of overstays. Dplus punish Gen.G, but Gen.G strike back. Not going down 2-0 in this series yet. They will take the Dragon, secure that third, and move straight over to that Baron. This is the team we've been waiting for all day. They've finally shown up.
They're finally here as the Dplus KIA fans are like, oh, that wasn't great. Gen.G.
The sooner they can make progress on the rest of the towers.
Yeah. But still, you know, given enough time, Dplus KIA is able to clear a lot of the wave. This one being a cannon wave, maybe Gen.G are able to get close enough.
But it feels like a slight bit lower. Yeah, I mean, they could just do this.
Well, there you go.
If it was a little lower, they could just actually dive Dplus.
Time just to make sure. Looks like he thought he was going to be hit by that.
Yeah, I think a big thing with Alistair is very easy to ult too late and just already be dead. So he pre-ults, doesn't end up really needing it, but it does force Dplus to back off, and they also built that Sejuani ult.
Yeah. The first one we could hardly believe. The second one, also very contentious.
This one needs to be denied by Dplus. Good poke.
I like that angle, man. He expected them to push out as now they're trying to get in onto aiming, and there's nowhere for him to go as finally the cleanse comes in, and he gets away, but the Jets flanks him. Down goes the Ezreal. That's so much gold taken out of the pockets of DK, and Gen.G find the angle. As Kingan's gonna go down, Lucid's gonna fall, Gen.G will pick up Infernal Soul.
Don't think they'll be able to end right now. Showmaker makes the right move and clears out the wave, but damage has been done. Infernal Soul secured. Gold lead in the bag as well. Gen.G are back with a vengeance.
Oh, now Pace trying to punish Showmaker. I don't know if he can actually catch up to him.
Chained really the value of it.
This is your turret. There's a trinket to come down, but they know they're late. I mean, they see it when it's at 7K, and the amount of damage coming out from Gen.G's comp is insane. And Kellen, nicely done.
That's actually pretty slick. You know, timing the Mikhails to self-use it because you have to pre-use it. Gen.G happy to have gotten that one. Good aim from Pays there.
A little bit of poke is coming out. Trying to push Canyon back, trying to push Gen.G back, but it just feels almost inevitable at this point in time, as the poke from the side of Chovy and Canyon seems to be even larger. Now the ult's going to be thrown in, not going to hit Chovy. We do see Lehens on the front line as Showmaker gets pretty low. Keen following in and just kills the clone. Kingan goes into his GA, and now you've just got the entire team right on top of him. Down he will go, and Chovy's looking for the angle. The arrow comes in, hits the support, and Gen.G are looking to extend this to 3.
Looking to take all the way. Showmaker comes in, but is easily dissuaded.
Lucid's just being burnt to a crisp. There's just nowhere for him to go. And just like that, Gen.G, they get the Infernal Soul. They pick up game number 2. And we will have a full series here between Gen.G and Dplus KIA.
Teams in Pro, I was going to say in LCK, but just in Pro, tend to like having Engage and Lockdown. And I think that bot lane has been playing so much better, basically MSI onwards. But they've done such a good job at knowing how and when to mitigate bad matchups in the bot lane or when things are just going to go terribly. To innovate in how to deal with brutal bot lanes.
It definitely has, and they have learned over the last couple of years. In fact, they've won some championships in that time. Pays is just running around the map, getting a ton of souls. There's not too many kills happening, so Jonas Strong is just highlighting fights, or if Callista tries to get anything going with it. Speaking of which, just going to press R here as the Cannon Barrage comes down, but do they care is the question. That's the RNG, and actually now King is totally fine. A lot of damage already done to Lehens as now the Ziggs bomb from downtown. Showmaker going to pick up the kill.
Prioritizing damage. And in a game like this, like who's really jumping on top of the Ziggs? I guess Renekton, but Ziggs is very good at dealing with Renekton.
Yeah, extremely good. Throw down a satchel, say goodbye. Throw down some mines. Now, we do have a lot of grubs going the way of Gen.G. Looks like they will.
Wait, he's... Oh. I thought he'd just gone for the Ceres, but no, he's gone Tyrion or Ludens.
He generally has really good builds.
He wants to do the damage. That's why I felt so upset about it. I'm like, come on.
He built well the last time he played Ziggs as well.
That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah.
I take responsibility.
Ox sussed.
Yeah, very.
Honestly. Meanwhile, the Hens is probably dead. He is very alone on the bottom side. Honestly, okay, well, they have the TP, so now they have to back away. So that's just a turret going the way of Gen.G. Meanwhile, DK not able to get too much else just yet.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the hallmarks of teams playing around Ziggs well is how often they can get them to contribute towards towers. That tower bot is so close to being taken down.
Kind of like when GP, I'm going to have to hold that thought, as thrown over the roots, but still going to get rooted, as Lehens is in a bit of trouble, but does have Flash, kind of get away from all of the stuff that DK is using. He's just going to accept his fate, it looks like, as a bunch of damage is done to Kellen, but he just sidesteps the Senna ult.
Easy as that.
And a nice little gank comes in for DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grubs in a wave. They should just be able to get this.
This is what I was worried about. I mean, it comes very late, but it's still Renekton in Italy. Now, you didn't have to dive as Ziggs ult was coming in, but you push him away, you get the turret. It's still the goal you were looking for.
Pair with Ziggs very easily.
Well, it is full health. I think they would need the charge and a little bit of extra damage.
Charge, one auto, and a
one Ziggs auto. So that means Showmaker needs to get in there.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I mean, we're talking all about the Ziggs and stuff, but he's just been stuck in mid the whole game. Meanwhile, Gen.G are just taking top, outer, top, inner. That's the thing. I mean, on both sides, you have a lot of scaling and then also stuff that works really well early on. On the side of Gen.G, it's Renekton Italy. Obviously, on the side of DK, it's Kalista Renata. But, like, they both have ways to scale up to the late game.
Yeah, you're either born with that level of restraint or you're not, right? Yeah. You can't force someone to do that.
And that's why Pays is the GOAT. Now, little fight actually brewing up here, and they have Maokai, so you press R, you enable in Italy. It's all the stuff we talked about. The Renata ult does come out, but Kellen's just dead. TP comes out here from the side of King, and they're trying to get on top of Keen, and they will get the reset. Lucid, little angle for him, as now the barrel's going to be hitting this front line, the Hens. Though, not going to be fully committed to, as Chovy is barreling up the river. But Showmaker also did TP for just that tree.
Some interesting camera angles. This tower's just going to go down. 6 point drops does that.
Oh boy, and look at this.
Man.
Gonna be Eagle caught as Chovy just gonna put him down. And no chance, no redemption for him.
Going back on their comfort zone, and Dplus struggling to break them out. Especially considering we've had 2 games back-to-back prior to this where Dplus were in complete control. For most of them, obviously the second one off Gen.G.
Like, just look at the way the game is playing out. It's another free Hextech Drake given to Gen.G. Now it's mid-inner just gone.
Yeah.
Everybody on DK backs at the same time. Nobody's there to stop the push.
Yeah, a little bit overextended.
He's killing all the barrels that they're trying to send on him. Like he got all 3 barrels in a row.
They had to commit 4 people up here just to get the tower.
Yeah. And you know what? They got the tower, but now they have to back, and Kellen's almost dead.
Hit the engage.
The engage Renata. Here it is. The flash on in. And they actually take 2 of them as Gen.G are caught totally off guard. But now the 3v5 being fought here by the side of Gen.G. Couple of kills go their way as they take down the bottom lane. And now the sweep gets Lucid as well. Gen.G, they say 3v5, no problem. Yeah. I mean, you reserved counterpick. The issue is that we have Keenan actually in an awkward spot here, but who's trapped in with who is always the question. Another Nature's Grasp is going to come in, and you know what? Kellen's just dead. He's not able to do much. He doesn't have the hostile takeover either. Throwing in some saplings as well, and some poke over the wall from Canyon might just be enough. And DK, they're just going to say, nope. They send it to Ziggs ult, but it's not going to be enough. As Smite comes in, and Gen.G solidify their lead.
Such a suffocating game. Already in deficit. It looks like they're going for it again. They're just trying to find any avenue for a pick. I don't see what else you can do in this situation.
Yeah. Well, Dplus KIA, they got to fight over this Drake. They can't let Hextech Soul entirely go over for free like the last couple of Drakes. But now Kellen's caught out. Doesn't have Flash. He does have Fate's Call. But the poke is coming in. The Nature's Grasp as well. And now Kellen is dead again. And in goes the Nidalee. Canyon's got Zonya's. As the counter barrage is on top of everyone rather, they're just jumping on barrels, and it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, they lose Canyon. I don't think it is going to be relevant. You know, if you think of 360 degrees,
Yeah.
there's like a 30-degree angle. I wouldn't have gone in and he opted for that one. Big damage on Pace. There it is!
Oh, here it is! The combo. Well, it's at least one circle on top of him. Toby goes into Zonius himself. He's in some trouble, but he gets the divide, and it doesn't matter, as he will go down the handshake on Akeen. He's in trouble. This is the comeback angle for DK. They're going to get the streak as well, and they're looking for more. The scraps. Lahens. He's going to buy some time as he runs away, but he is definitely dead. Who do you give the kill to? GP or Ziggs? Ziggs, I guess.
It's a Ziggs, sorry. Why did I say GP? Of course it's Ziggs. I'm a Ziggs player.
At this point in time.
I think next Dragon's really going to be big, but there's been a lot of objective bounties. They're picking up more now.
So much gold on the map that they're just taken away. I mean, they got the objective bounty on the Drake as well. I don't think it's time for the Volcano experiment.
Science waits for no man.
And you see the position right now. I mean, DK, they're trying to get vision in this pit. They can't exactly do that. Now Kingan's in a really awkward spot. He's got some barrels, but it's going to be denied. And the rest of the team is just being zoned away. Fate's call already used. Now they're trying to turn on to Keen as the flash handshake is just going to go wide. The flash stun from Viego, also not great. But now Canyon in a massive hostile takeover. But this is a very broken up fight. The Ziggs is alone. Canyon survives. Down will go Showmaker as Keen gets a kill. And that is going to be huge for the side of Gen.G. You see the scraps of DK just running away, and Toby is looking to join up.
Get him out!
Oh, God. He is dead. Aiming is dead as well, and there's just no hope for these guys. Kingan on the run. The TP into the bottom lane. They want to end the game now.
Yeah, they want to close this one out. Looks like Gen.G will not lose a series today. Their game streak was broken.
TP into the base.
Get cancelled.
Oh!
Actually, that's enough.
That saves the game, I think.
That actually saves the game.
Yeah.
Just don't get hit by skill shots.
Just dodge.
Just
121 stacks right now for the Senna.
That's a lot of range.
Yeah.
And with a Hextech Soul, I just don't even know how you approach. No flash and pays, though. Maybe the science experiment needs to go now.
They're going to have to throw something into that pit, as they don't have any vision, and they're not going to throw anything into the pits. They'll just hold on to their ults. Save it for next game, I guess. Outside of that, so it literally is engage Renata Glass.
Yeah.
Outside of Viego, I guess, which...
Ludens is a good way to get Edge of Night. We've seen it before, but if you know, maybe you get an angle here. There we go. It's down.
They got it.
I think now you just send the ults if he steps up slightly.
If you weren't going to use it on the Baron, you have to use it to save your base. And that they will. Here it comes. Oh, look at the damage! Oh, he gets the heal, though. And with Canyon there, he is going to be okay. But look at Kellen. He's nearly dead. And Lahens gets over the wall. The Fate's Call has to be used. Meanwhile, Keen wasn't even there. He's just taking the base. Doesn't care about the kids that are fighting. And now he's looking to fight himself. A lot of low health bars on his team. But, man, the damage out of this team is just insane right now as Keen gets into the back line, assassinates the Ziggs, and Keen is unstoppable in this game, and he will take them down, picks up a triple kill, and that will do it. Gen.G, they lose one game, but their series streak has not ended as they move on to 10-0.
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup between Gen.G and DK. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.